Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024 regular Board of County Commissioners meeting. We begin all of our meetings with an invocation, and this morning we have Pat Zeinen from the Road Church here, and we invite you to join us if you'd like.
Good morning. I am honored to be here this morning to open your meeting in prayer. I thank you, our Lord, for each individual that has been elected to these positions as a county commissioner. I ask the Lord today to bless each of you and give you peace. I ask our Lord to give you his wisdom and his knowledge as you discuss and make decisions regarding our county, taking into consideration your constituents. May each of you fully understand the decisions you make each day will affect your constituents for years to come. I thank you in the name of our Lord for your time and energies that are spent prayerfully improving the lives of those that have given you the opportunity to make decisions that improve the quality of their lives. May the hand of God be on you. Amen.
Thank you. And now, Commissioner Vanderwerf, if you would lead us in the pledge. Okay, we've completed items 1 and 2, and we are on item 3.
Item number 3 is staff emergency items, and I'm unaware of any staff emergency items today.
Item 4.
Item number 4 is changes, postponements, and notice of the next meeting. I'm unaware of any changes or postponements to today's agenda, and the next meeting will be Tuesday, April 30th at 9:00 a.m.
Thank you. And before we move on to item 5, the consent calendar, this morning our chair, Cami Bremer, is participating on behalf of the board in a trip with the chamber, and so we will need to excuse her before we proceed further with the agenda.
I move to excuse Commissioner Bremer.
I'll second.
Okay, that has been moved and seconded. I will call the roll. Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
And the vice chair votes aye. That passes 4-0. Item 5.
Item number 5 is the consent calendar consisting of items 5A1 through 5E2.
Okay, do we have anyone who is here to speak on an item on the consent calendar? Okay, anyone online? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the consent calendar?
Yes, I will move to approve the consent calendar. I did just want to point out the retirement of ML Black. She's worked at the clerk and recorder's office as long as I can remember, so thank you for her service.
I'll second.
Okay, that has been moved and seconded. Any further comments?
Yes, Madam Vice Chair, thank you. So I just would like to also point out the last item on the consent calendar, item 5E2. It is a purchase order for $17 million for road repair and paving materials. I just think that this is an example of the continued work that the county does to work diligently to take care of the roads in El Paso County. And we are doing multiple hundreds of miles of roads every year as far as repairs and maintenance. So I just thought it would be worthwhile to mention that item. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comments? Okay, hearing none, I will call the roll. Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
And the vice chair votes aye. That passes 4-0. Item 6.
Item number 6 is the proclamation recognizing period of Hispanic commemoration, Lohenius Gonzalez Jr., Commissioner, Board of County Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move to approve. I don't know if we have anybody here from the Mile Inc. Or anybody else who'd like. Oh, there's Carmen. like to come up as I read this. So I move to approve a proclamation recognizing Periodo de Conmemoración Hispana, period of Hispanic commemoration, whereas people of Mexican and Hispanic heritage proudly celebrate Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, a day of great historical significance which symbolizes Mexico's struggle and triumph over foreign domination, and whereas Cinco de Mayo was the date of the famous Battle of Puebla, which resulted in the defeat of the imperialist French army by a Mexican army that had just come together in the spirit of unity and determination, and whereas the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862, bears testimony to the resourcefulness, honor, and determination of the Mexican Hispanic people. And whereas Cinco de Mayo has become a day of celebration for all Hispanic citizens in Colorado, commemorating their proud history, culture, and heritage, and represents to the Hispanic community throughout the United States a spirit of unity and celebration of democracy and equality. And whereas all El Paso County residents are encouraged to join together in the 40th annual celebration of Cinco de Mayo with events, entertainment, and displays, including a scholarship awards banquet gala on May 4th, 2024 at the Creekside Event Center and the Fiesta Car Show at Sierra High School on June 1st, 2024. And whereas El Cinco de Mayo Inc. will be honoring the legacy of a Colorado Springs icon in the judicial system, the Honorable Gilbert Gil Martinez, a sitting senior judge and retired district court chief judge of the 4th Judicial District. And whereas scholarship money raised for the students throughout El Paso County by El Cinco de Mayo Inc. will be presented during the Scholarship Awards Banquet Gala on the evening of May 4th. Now, therefore, the Board of El Paso County Commissioners hereby proclaims April 28th through May 5th, 2024 as Periodo de Conmemoración Hispana, period of Hispanic commemoration, and urges all citizens to celebrate the proud Hispanic heritage that is an integral part of Colorado. Done this 23rd day of April 2024 at Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, signed Cami Brammer, Chair, Kerry Geithner, Vice Chair, Lojinos Gonzalez Jr., Stan Vanderwerf, and Holly Williams, members, and attested to by Steve Schleicher, County Clerk and Recorder.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. That's been moved and seconded, and then we have some guests here today, and so I would invite you to just introduce yourself and share with us any comments that you have.
Thank you very much, County Commissioners. And my name is Carmen Abeda. I am the chair for El Cinco de Mayo Inc. this year, and this is Gina Sandoval. She is our treasurer. We had a couple more people coming today, and I think they're running just a tad late, so we may miss them. But thank you for this recognition. We totally appreciate it very much. Like I said, this is our 40th celebration, 40th year celebration, and Commissioner Gonzalez read everything that I wanted to say. So thank you very much, but you all are invited. Our first event is a week from this Saturday, May the 4th. That is going to be our scholarship gala, and we will be presenting 13 scholarships to 13 students. So we're very proud of that because we're all volunteers. We do everything that we do, and we're all volunteers. So we don't have any paid staff or anything. So we do quite well with volunteers. And then on Saturday, June the 1st, we have our Fiesta Car Show, and that will be at Sierra High School. So we have space for vendors, and we'd like to see a whole bunch of cars. And this is our annual fundraising. So we also want to thank Commissioner Gonzalez. He has awarded us another scholarship this year. So thank you very much for your support. And if anyone has questions, we'll entertain questions. If not, that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. I will bring it up here for comments. Commissioner Vanderwerf?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Carmen and Gina, thank you for being here, and it's our honor to do this. I just appreciate also all the great work you do as community leaders here in El Paso County and the city of Colorado Springs. And I particularly love the scholarship program that you have. And I've been to many of your festivals and celebrations, and they are truly a lot of fun. I've been to the car show, your fundraiser, and that's a blast as well. And I just want you to know that I will be at your scholarship gala here coming up. I'm looking forward to that. So just thanks again for everything that you all do, for working in the community, for supporting families, for supporting kids with education, and you just do great community work. And so it's my pleasure to continue to do this proclamation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Williams.
Yes, I too appreciate all of the work that you do in your in our community and the scholarship event. And I wanted to just honor Judge Martinez. He was a fantastic judge. I remember hearing about him for many, many years, and he was a loss to, it's a big loss to our community, and thank you for honoring him on this day. We appreciate all that you do in our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
I too want to thank you. My colleagues have said it very well, but I want to thank you for the work that you are doing in our community. We are glad to be able to take the time this morning to recognize that with this proclamation, and we look forward to doing it for many years into the future. So thank you for all of that volunteer work. I know how difficult that can be to run an organization with all volunteers, and we're grateful for your commitment to the community. And we will close it out with Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Vice, and thanks again for all the great work you've done. It's already been mentioned, the hundreds of thousands of dollars in the years that you've done for the scholarships and other things. The Latino luncheons where you bring the community together have all been really great. And I do appreciate also for the judge. He swore me in 8 years ago, or 7.5 years ago. So having him pass away this year, so you know, there's so many people that know all the great things that he did, and so that's one thing that clearly that stands out to me. That he was here for me when I was sworn in as commissioner. The other one is just the I tell this story a couple times, and so with the donation a couple years ago, I got to get a photo with the lady that was the recipient of one of the scholarships and some of the donation I gave, and so we were getting a photo down, and this was the afterwards, I think, at the El Pomar, I think, reception, and so I was getting a photo with her, and she turned and she's like, Commissioner Gonzalez, are you a substitute teacher? And I was like, yes, I am. At the time, I was. And she's like, yeah, I had you in class a year or two ago. So it was really nice to see that somebody had actually taught, got to receive one of the scholarships. So appreciate all the great work that you've done, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. May I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
The scholarships that we're giving, 5 of the scholarships that we're giving this year are going to be in memory of Judge Gil Martinez. We had a scholarship drive, and they brought in $5,000, so 5 students will be getting scholarships in memory of Judge Gil Martinez. So.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, this proclamation has been moved. Did we get a second?
I seconded it.
Okay, thank you, Stan, for that reminder, Commissioner Vanderwerf. And so I will call the roll. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
And the Vice Chair votes aye. That passes 4-0. And we will take a brief recess for a photograph. Okay, we will call this meeting back to order, and we will proceed with item 7.
Item number 7 is the proclamation recognizing Small Business Week. Stan Vanderwerf, Commissioner, Board of County Commissioners.
Commissioner Van Werf.
Yes, thank you, Madam Vice Chair. I know there's a few of you out there that'll be coming down to the podium, so please do so. There we go. I knew there was more than just one. And we'll have you speak in a minute. Let's go ahead and read the proclamation at this point. So I would like to make a motion to approve the proclamation recognizing Small Business Week. Whereas National Small Business Week recognizes the many contributions of America's entrepreneurs and small business owners, and whereas small businesses are the backbone of our communities and the American economy, employing more than half of our nation's workers, enriching our Main Street, making parts and products in America to bolster our supply chains, building our nation's infrastructure, and innovating and inventing the products of tomorrow. And whereas entrepreneurship continues to be one of the best pathways to the American dream, evidenced by the historic small business boom, with a record 16.5 million Americans applying to start a business since January of 2021, including 5.5 million last year alone. And whereas small businesses face many risks, especially in an uncertain economy, through hard work and determination, small businesses throughout El Paso County have overcome financial risks, supply chain issues, and business interruptions due to severe weather events, wildfires, and lockdowns imposed by the state. And whereas without those willing to start and contribute to small businesses, and without those resources which strive so hard to support their growth, a significant share of El Paso County's and this nation's economy would be dramatically reduced and unable to function. And whereas the Pikes Peak Small Business Development Center exists to help existing and new businesses grow and prosper with free one-on-one consulting, free or low-cost educational seminars, and events to help existing businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs, and the Better Business Bureau of Southern Colorado has advanced marketplace trust between consumers and businesses by establishing and monitoring ethical marketplace standards and behavior, customer guidance, education and support, and business resources. And whereas various area chambers, including the Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC, the Tri-Lakes Chamber, the Manitou Springs Chamber, the Eastern Plains Chamber, the Fountain Valley Chamber, the Colorado Springs Black Chamber, the Southern Colorado Women's Chamber, the Colorado Springs Hispanic Chamber, and our newest chamber, the Philippine American Chamber, have a shared mission to achieve economic prosperity for our region. And whereas small business owners and prospective business owners are encouraged to attend special events through April 28th, from April 28th through May 4th throughout the community, and take the opportunity to learn more about topics such as business marketing, the future of business, and creating a positive work culture as an employee retention strategy. These special events provide the community an opportunity to support small business through daily workshops and the Small Business Week Awards celebration. And whereas the Small Business Week of the Pikes Peak region continues to be the largest celebration of small business throughout Colorado and one of the largest in the United States. Now, therefore, the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, hereby recognizes April 28th through May 4th, 2024, as Small Business Week in the Pikes Peak region, and offers its sincere thanks to the owners, employees, financiers, and supporters of small business. Done this 23rd day of April 2024 at Colorado Springs, Colorado. Signed, the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, Cami Bremer, Chair, Carrie Geithner, Vice Chair, Lajinos Gonzalez Jr., Stan Vanderwerf, and Holly Williams, Member, and attested to and signed by Steve Schleicher, County Clerk and Recorder. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, gentlemen.
Fantastic. Those are some great stats, Commissioner Vanderwerf. And that's a lot of chambers. So can I get a little whoop whoop from some chambers in the room? We have some flyers and a little tchotchke that we're passing out to you here. It is a functional top, but it's also a little QR code that you can just tap to your phone and get a full run of show for the week. So I stand here today before you with a lot of friends with a profound sense of honor and enthusiasm to advocate for something that lies at the heart of our community's economic vitality, small businesses. As we approach April 29th, I urge you to join me in recognizing and celebrating entrepreneurs of our community by participating in National Small Business Week. It is often said that businesses are the backbone of our economy, the lifeblood of our neighborhoods, and the embodiment of the American dream. They bring innovation, diversity, and character to our streets. They provide meaningful employment opportunities, drive economic growth, and foster a sense of community pride. Throughout Small Business Week, we will have the opportunity to shine a spotlight on the incredible contributions that small businesses make in our city, from the cozy coffee shops that greet us with a warm cup of joe, to the family-owned boutiques that offer unique treasures, to the innovative startups pushing the boundaries of technology. And each small business enriches the fabric of our own society in its own special way. With that said, I would like to take a moment to recognize the hard work of our very own BBB of Southern Colorado and our host, the Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC. These organizations work tirelessly to provide content and support that empower entrepreneurs to navigate the daily challenges of running a business, and I'm honored to host Small Business Week with these organizations. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the invaluable contributions of Crystal Latier and her dedicated team at the El Paso County Economic Development Department. Their unwavering support and friendship have been instrumental to the success of the Pikes Peak SBDC. In addition, our SBA friends at SCORE, Apex, and VBOC, and the Pikes Peak Library District, the Pikes Peak Workforce Center, the City of Colorado Springs, the Thrive Network, Exponential Impact, Downtown Partnership, Visit COS, Catalyst Campus, just to name a few. It is through these collective efforts that our organizations, alongside the unwavering commitment of small business owners, that our city thrives. Without their tireless support and dedication, a significant portion of our economy would be left vulnerable and unable to function. In closing, let us pledge our continued support of championing small business that serve the lifeblood of our economy. Together, let us ensure that they have the resources and support that they need to thrive and prosper for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else who'd like to speak?
And this is your opportunity. Come on up.
I'm not shy. Good morning. I'm Sandy Griffin, professional fitness coach and owner of the Colorado Springs Health and Fitness Expo. My family relocated here in the fall of 2019, and prior to that, we lived overseas in Germany for 17 years. So moving my business overseas there was a lot of uncertainty. And I can say with confidence, moving to Colorado Springs was one of the best decisions our family made. Colorado Springs not only welcomes small businesses, but they celebrate them. And the resources and support that I have been afforded as a solo entrepreneurial business have been outstanding. So thank you so much for your support of small business and your support of Small Business Week.
Good morning. My name is Liz Rosenbaum, and I am a health insurance broker in El Paso County, and I specialize in individual and family health insurance policies, and I've been certified with Connect for Health for 7 years. The benefits of having Connect for Health in our community is astronomical. I can make sure that people have health insurance when they have recently lost Medicaid, which is happening now. Tax credits allow a family of 4 to have a fantastic plan for a couple $100s a month because of their tax credit. I became a health insurance broker when our water was intentionally poisoned with PFAS chemicals by corporations that had profit in mind over the health of my community. I've helped facilitate 7 bills to ban PFAS in our state, very successfully funding them and working now on getting my small area of Wigwam to have a filtration unit 9 years after it should have happened. The struggles that I'm seeing in my community, I'm the only health insurance broker certified with Connect for health from the southern end of Colorado Springs down to the Pueblo border. We have a significant amount of doctors fleeing the Fountain Valley community. It is a healthcare crisis. North of Platte, there are 9 hospitals. South of Platte, there are none. This is intentional racism and systemic racism that is occurring in my community, and we need to drastically fix it. I am a member of the Southern Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce, and I've been there for over a year, and I just stay actively involved in my community. This week, the CoScope study, which I helped get to our community, and only 8 sites were selected in the entire United States. So this morning at 10 o'clock is a Zoom meeting of our test results. Tonight at Mesa Ridge at 6:30 is the in-person results. I invite you all to go to co-scope.org so you can see the results. And then tomorrow evening, there's another Zoom meeting. I've personally looked over the handouts to make sure that they are able that people in my community can understand the information that's coming out to them. I enjoy being a small business broker, small business owner in the state of Colorado, and I hope to make a better impact to get healthcare in my community. I'm Liz Rosenbaum. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Kimberly Gold. I'm the President and CEO of the Colorado Springs Black Chamber of Commerce. I will keep my remarks short this morning. I simply wanted to say thank you for your recognition and support of all of our identity-based chambers. We could not do the work that we do without the support of our county government, so thank you very much.
Good morning, Board. This is Harmony Kabiakinto, the President and CEO of the youngest, as you have mentioned, Chamber of Commerce in El Paso County and in Colorado Springs. Our mission is to empower Filipino-American entrepreneurs in our community and to elevate Filipino-American professionals. We serve Phil-Am small business owners in the state and all those who believe in our mission. It has been said that the value of a city lies in how it protects the smallest players in its protection. The ripple effect that is created by supporting the small business owners is unquantifiable. So this proclamation is definitely something that we welcome and we appreciate. The strength of the whole relies on the strength of its small parts. Compromise the stability of just one small part, and the full capacity of the whole is diminished. We are the smallest Chamber of Commerce, so those words mean a lot to us. So we stand on strong and huge shoulders of you all and the SBDC and the people who made this proclamation possible. So thank you for recognizing values that are important to us, resilience, and the recognition of hard work. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Commissioners. How are you doing this morning? I first want to say thank you for your leadership and your ability to help the economic growth in this great city and understanding the importance of small businesses. For those who do not know me, my name is Joshua Griffin. I am the founder CEO of a startup called Songhai Innovations and later known Technical Labs. I'm also a member, proud member actually, of the MAC. I'm really proud of the work that we're doing to ensure the vitality and the growth of this community, both for veterans and non-veterans. As today's we recognize the importance of small businesses and its importance and necessity to our economic growth and community, allow me to give you another perspective to think about. Because of small businesses, we actually have created another checks and balance that ensures our republic and democratic process. If it wasn't for small businesses, we would have an enormous growth of monopolies that inevitably will become an oligarch into this country. So having small businesses here increases the rate of equality, equity, and just goodness amongst this society and this community. So for that, I'd like to thank you and thank everybody in this room who is our participants of ensuring the liberties of this great country. Thank you.
Good morning, County Commissioners. My name is Leilani Garcia. I am CEO of ABC Janitorial Services. We service facilities here throughout Colorado, starting from Pueblo all the way up to Aurora. I'm also a member of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce, the Southern Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce, and also a committee member of our El Mariachi Vicla. As to add note to the scholarship fundraising that's happening this year, we're having our second annual scholarship motorcycle poker run. And we're also raising funds for the scholarships for students in El Paso and Teller counties. And I'd like to add on to the ABC janitorial services as far as contractual services, one-time construction cleanups. We also do window cleaning, carpet cleaning, power washing, and hard floor service and care. And I thank you for your time.
And good morning, commissioners and distinguished county leaders, attendees. It's a pleasure to have already heard so many wonderful perspectives about Small Business Week. We say thank you for your support. I'm Jim Lovewell, Chief Operating Officer of the Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC. I should have said that up front. But I've taken a look at the programming for next week, and it's incredible. As Brandon mentioned, you look on the Small Business Administration website, small business is often described as the backbone. I'd submit additionally, it's a big part of the heart that makes up our community. It's what defines us. It helps define our community and enrich it. So we're excited to celebrate. As we look at the programming for next week, it's going to be very impactful to bring additional resources, to collaborate, to innovate. It's a wonderful program. And to the Small Business Development Center here at Pikes Peak, the Better Business Bureau, and the Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC who helped participate to bring this together, we're excited for that programming. But as we wrap up, I just wanted to say thank you again to all the small businesses, the leaders who've offered perspectives. We owe them a wonderful next week, but as we go into the next year, we owe them our best for the many reasons already mentioned, why small businesses impact our community so tangibly. Thank you very much again for your support.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and bring it up here for comments. Commissioner Williams.
Yes, first I would like to thank everybody who is here. It's really interesting to hear your stories. The reason, we really enjoy Small Business Week. I think of the small businesses I've frequented. We've been customers of the Postal Annex for many years, one of the first customers when it was owned by Doug and Chris Ware. And we've watched them succeed very much in that business and be able to retire off of it. But what I see here is a group of people who are willing to take a very large risk. I was speaking with my sister last night on the phone, and she's not a big risk taker, and she's always had an idea for a small business, but in order to do a small business and an idea, you have to spend a lot of time making the small business plan, finding the funding, putting your own personal resources at stake. And so I see a lot of individuals who take that risk, and so many succeed. It's always wonderful to have the help of our SBDC Center here and our Chamber of Commerce's. Look at all of the many ones, I guess I should say Chambers of Commerce, all of the ones that we have to help our business owners on the way. But ultimately, at the end of the day, a small business is a few individuals putting together their resources and taking a big risk and working very, very hard to make it succeed. And I appreciate everything that all of the small businesses in our community do. It's very enjoyable. It makes our community unique, and it's fun to visit many of these places. And I wish you success in the Small Business Week, but also in each of your businesses. Thank you.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Vice. Thanks again for coming out today. Thanks for all the great job I see done every year, and as was already mentioned, the backbone of our community. And what we do know nationwide is that when our cities and our community and our county thrives, when our small businesses thrive. And we saw some hardship during the post-COVID, the shutdowns that really hurt the businesses. And I'm so glad to see so many entities like the Chamber, like all the different entities in the county step up with a lot of the support for our small businesses, and to see the rebound and the growth and what we're seeing today, great strength. And we just want to continue that. And congratulations on the newest chambers. So very nice to meet you the other day, I believe. So God bless, and let's move forward. I expect to continue seeing great things from all of you. Thank you.
So we just really can't thank you enough for all that you do for small businesses in our community. Every year, though, I like to take a moment to remember all the small businesses who are not in this room. We have lots of great chambers, the SBDC, SBA, all of these organizations that support small businesses, but it's truly the small business owners of some of you are yourselves, but it's truly the small business owners themselves who I like to celebrate this week because they are the true heroes of our economy, taking those risks. And you know, we've mentioned Colorado Springs a few times today, and of course we're in Colorado Springs, and so it's convenient for Colorado Springs business owners to get to this building oftentimes. But we have a lot of other small businesses and other small municipalities in El Paso County, as well in the unincorporated portion of El Paso County, where I live, and I'm always happy to represent. And so I just want to recognize, you know, a few businesses that are just doing their thing out there, and who aren't here with us today, but are in those areas. Businesses like Jack's Brewing, Hippie Soul Yoga, Elysian Salon, Purple Toad, Omelets, etc. These are all right near my house. They're the kind of small businesses I frequent regularly. The Peyton Junction businesses way out there in Peyton, cutest little main street that there ever has been, in my opinion, and some of those stores there. The Mountain View Cafe in Black Forest. There are also several massage therapy businesses that are home-based. We don't often think about that, but they provide such amazing resources to our community in terms of health as well. We also have a ton in the unincorporated area, in particular, of cottage food businesses that are making all kinds of things like bread and homemade items for folks in the community. And I absolutely have to thank our home-based childcare providers, who are small businesses as well and are so important to provide those services in our community. So just a few things that I wanted to recognize. Really appreciate you all being here, but love to recognize those who are not here with us as well. But thank you for all that you do. Absolutely appreciate all of the small business activity that's going on in this next week. And with that, I will turn it over to Commissioner Vanderwerf to close us out.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice Chair. So once again, thank you all for being here. I'm just such a huge fan of celebrating small businesses. I love small businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I've created small businesses. And you know, small businesses are really the engine of the American economy. We all know that. And small businesses produce essential and fun goods and services. And one of the great things about small business, when you've got a true free market, is when you've got somebody that has some great idea because you couldn't find that product or service on the market yourself, and you come up with a great idea, creating your own business is the avenue to see if others also want it. And if there's a bunch of other people that create a demand for that, you get to go somewhere with that business. But you know, small businesses do more than just produce goods and services for our economy and for our citizens. It's also how we put food on the table for our families. This is an essential thing for the well-being of the citizens ourselves. And whenever you have a product and then there's an exchange of money for that product, in that exchange, both sides win. The person receiving the dollars wins, the person receiving the goods wins, and both sides feel like they have gained from that transaction. It truly is a beautiful thing. And I do want to thank all of the chambers, especially the newest chambers, but all of you for helping to help small businesses and help the clients that you're going to have or do have in your chambers. I appreciate that you all work together as well. I think that's just really, really essential. I also want to thank the Small Business Development Center. You guys have just fantastic seminars and great things to help small businesses succeed, because as we all know, as small business owners, running a small business is not easy. You have to do everything. And so when you've got professional resources that you can reach out to, it's super helpful. I want to thank the Better Business Bureau for that as well, doing very similar kinds of work, providing support to small businesses and helping to keep the relationship between clients and businesses in a good, healthy place. It's another function of the Better Business Bureau. I'm just so thrilled about all of this, and it truly is private action that solves community problems. And you know, we have 5,000 nonprofit small businesses in our community here alone that deals with helping solve community challenges. From companies that deal with homelessness, companies that help provide business loans, and companies that even just help people interview for jobs. There's all kinds of companies that help fill a need, and it's just beautiful to see this. Now, I told you that I was an entrepreneur as well, and I think I'm actually a serial entrepreneur. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or an illness. It's one or the other. But I've created Advanced Capital LLC, a consulting firm helping small businesses get Department of Defense business. I created Semtech, a 3D printing company and CAD design company here in Colorado Springs. I also created UAS Colorado, which is now a statewide business league for the unmanned aircraft industry. And just recently, last year, I created FCR and the FCR Foundation. So yes, I've created 5 small businesses myself. Now, the ones I created several years ago, they're not operating with any clients at this time because I'm pretty busy as a county commissioner. But I tell you what, it was both hard and fun and rewarding to create those businesses and to sell goods and services, and it just was great. Now, I'm going to do a little marketing for you all, and I think this is really great. Small Business Week is called the Year of AI, but that's not the AI that is commonly referred to in the news. This is the year of action and innovation, and I think that's awesome. And I'm going to talk just very briefly about some of the events because I think it's important to get it on public record. First of all, I appreciate your handing out the flyer. But on Monday, April 29th, is the awards ceremony and the kickoff bash at Boot Barn Hall starting at 4 p.m. Day 2 are a whole series of virtual workshops. I think they're all day long. That's April 30th. Thank you for the people that will be putting those on. Day 3 will be a marketing panel. That will be at Catalyst Campus starting at 11:30 and going to 1. Day 4, May 2nd, is the Small Business Listening Tour, which will start from 8 o'clock at Blue Stack and go to 10. And then the closing ceremony, Day 5, will be at Lulu's downtown, recently relocated from the Manitou Springs area to downtown Colorado Springs. That's May 3 from 4 to 6. I'm going to be at the awards ceremony. I'm going to be participating in the listening tour as an elected official, and I'll be at the closing ceremony. I'm really looking forward to those. And on the flyer, you got a ton of sponsors, which is great. I think you had more sponsors than you could fit on the page. So it really does mean the community supports Small Business Week, which I think is great. And if anybody wants to learn more about Small Business Week, go to pikespeaksbdc.org/SBW. I'm sure that stands for Small Business Week. Yeah, very good. So that's a little bit of what's going to be going on from April 29th to May 3rd. And these are going to be great events to celebrate the hard work of our citizens that create these businesses to deliver goods and services for everybody. And thank you for all that you do. And those are my comments.
Thank you, Commissioner Vander Werf. With that, we are ready for a vote. So I'll begin with Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Vander Werf.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
And the Vice Chair votes aye. That passes 4-0. We'll take a brief recess for a photograph. Okay, we will call this meeting back to order, and we will proceed with item 8.
Item number 8 is comments by elected officials and commissioner liaison reports.
Okay, starting with Commissioner Williams.
Yes, I actually just been enjoying our proclamations today. I don't have too much to say other than I know that the legislature is out of session soon, and that makes me very, very happy. And I don't have very many items on my schedule this week, so I don't have any other comments. Thank you.
Commissioner Vanderburf.
Yes, thank you, Madam Vice Chair. So I will be participating in the MAC spring event. That's this evening at 5 p.m. Tomorrow I'll be at the Airport Advisory Commission meeting, and then I'm going with my wife Betsy to the Girl Scouts Women of Distinction event that I believe is Wednesday evening. Then on Thursday, I'll be, in the morning, I'll be actually flying to La Junta and working with a nonprofit, a private nonprofit, Falcon Aerolab, and flying kids to get them all jazzed up about STEM education. I've done that once before, and it was a lot of fun. And then Thursday evening, I'll be going to the Rocky Mountain PACE Annual Showcase. It's a busy week, so Friday I'm going to participate during the day at the Atlas Prep Middle School, and then Boots in the Park fundraiser at the fairground that evening. And then also in Saturday, it's Creek Week. I'll be helping to clean up the Bear Creek Dog Park in the morning, and then we'll be going to other events during the day on Saturday. Then on Sunday, actually I don't have anything I'm doing specific on Sunday. On Monday, I'll be participating in, as I mentioned before, several of the small business events on Monday night at 4 p.m. We'll start with the Small Business Week Awards ceremony and kickoff, and then we'll be back to the BOCC meeting Tuesday next week. And I appreciate Commissioner Williams' comments about the state legislature. I just cannot wait for it to finish. Unfortunately, we have more bills coming. Several of these bills are going to come literally at the last minute with very little opportunity for citizens and legislators as well to provide comment, maybe offer amendments. And it's just a very, very unfortunate consequence of an insanely huge agenda, an agenda that is also filled with legislation that sends unfunded mandates down to local government, centralizes authority up in Denver, and we are in El Paso County opposing over 30 bills at this point that do those kinds of things. Thank you, Madam Vice Chair.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Vice. So tomorrow I've got the Board of Health in the morning. Rocky Mountain PACE, a wonderful event. I'll go there that Thursday evening, as already mentioned. The Boots in the Park, also Friday night. Oh, I did forget. So tonight we do. I'm also going to the Max Military Hell and Farewell as well. And then I think the Great American Cleanup Saturday. Saturday night, Latigo. Good program as well. And then Small Business Bash on Monday. It's going to be a full next couple of days.
And I'll finish us up here. A few things going on, some CCI activities this week that are always important to the end of this legislative session. I have a regional building meeting this week as well. I will also be attending the Goodwill dinner and also the Boots in the Park fundraiser at the fairgrounds. And I will echo the sentiments. We are grateful. We are getting close to the end of the legislative session. I know that there is a proposal for and I'm going to use some air quotes here, property tax relief that is coming through. But you know, the property tax relief that has been promised in the past through these bills has not been, I think, actual property tax relief or acceptable to property owners. So I look forward to digging into that a little more deeply. But as of now, I know one of the proposals is to spread the payments out for tax amongst multiple months. I'm not sure that that is actual tax relief. And I think what's ironic about that is the problem with taxes being too high is that government has become so big that it has to be paid for. And when we are creating a new process for creating an installment program that's going to actually require more people to process things. So it might actually be the opposite of what we need, which is less government so that we aren't paying such large amounts of taxes. So look forward to having those discussions and doing everything we can to protect taxpayers and the folks of El Paso County. And it looks like we have a redo here with Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Vice. And I had wanted to mention the CCI, and I totally forgot. But the you mentioned it. Commissioner Geiner, all of us do, but the Commissioner Geiner, I know you and I kind of go to more of those meetings and take these positions, or help take the positions as a CCI, as a block. The supermajority, you have to get 65%, so each county votes independently to try to get positions for or against, and then we, as a county board, take some of these. So you highlighted some good points, and this property tax relief has been very frustrating because we've been talking about it for 2 years now, and the state has failed to accomplish it. They tried to bamboozle everybody with the terrible Prop HH, which failed because the people saw through that. And then what I've seen come through so far on legislature, as you mentioned, are nothing. They've failed to address this issue again, and spreading out your payments over 12 months doesn't do anything to help, as you mentioned, but also makes it harder on our county officials who have to collect those taxes now over 12 years, over in 12 months instead of 1 or 2 payments. And so these are the kind of things we've seen from the state legislature: failure, failure, failure. And I was actually quite disappointed. I heard something the other day where, because of these failures, and we've known about it for a year or two, there's probably going to be something on the ballot to vote on, which is some sort of property tax cap or restriction, but they were very blunt. They said if you give something that makes sense and helps the people, they'll pull that. But the legislature has failed, the governor has failed to address this issue, and then we're going to see something that I think some people will be supportive of, and probably taxpayers will be very supportive of voting on in November, and a lot of other entities are going to be upset and crying about it, but because they continue to fail in their jobs. Thank you.
Okay, any other redos before we move forward? Looks like we are good to move on to item 9.
Item number 9 is community service organization reports, and there are none.
Item 10.
Item number 10 is public comment on items not scheduled on the agenda. This is the public's opportunity to speak on an item that is not scheduled on today's agenda, and Madam Vice Chair didn't have anyone sign in ahead of time to speak.
Okay, is there anyone here who would like to speak on an item not on the agenda today? And do we have anyone online? Do not. So we are on to item 11.
Item number 11 is the called up consent calendar, and there are none.
Item 12.
Item number 12 is department and committee reports, non-action items, and there are none.
13.
Item number 13 is the addendum, and there are no addendums today.
And item 14.
Item 14 is the executive session, and there is no request for executive session.
With that, we have concluded our agenda, and we will adjourn this meeting. Good morning. We will call to order the Pioneer Village Roads Public Improvement District. Today is April 23rd, 2024. And with that, we will, before we proceed with item 1, we will need a motion to excuse Chair Bremer.
Move to excuse Commissioner Bremer.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. I will call the roll. Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
And the Vice Chair votes aye. That passes 4-0. Commissioner Bremer is excused. And on to item 1.
Item number 1 is the consent calendar, including items 1A and 1B.
Move to approve item 1, A and B.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the roll. Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
And the Vice Chair votes aye. That passes 4-0. Item 2.
Item number 2 is the called up consent calendar, and there are no items called up.
Okay, we've concluded the agenda, and this meeting is adjourned.